Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to our online class. Today we will discuss the next portion of this topic, refraction of light. Unit 3, chapter 5th, light. Okay. In last few classes already we have discussed about the refractions, how refractions takes place when the light ray passes through from one medium to another medium. Okay. Clear? Today we will discuss about refractions of light when the light ray passes through towards the normal, along the normal. Suppose this is air glass interface or you can say that this is the refracting surface where refractions takes place. This is the air medium, means radar. यह आपका एयर मीडियम है एंड दिस द ग्लास, दिस डेंसर मीडियम. ओके, डेंसर ग्लास, डेंसर मीडियम. ओके, एंड दिस इज नॉर्मल. ओके, so if the light ray passes through the normal from one medium to other medium, means rarer to denser. So what happened when it will strike on this reflecting surface? It will go straight forward. अगर नॉर्मल के अलॉन्ग लाइट रे आ रही है तो स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड चली जाएगी. इट विल नॉट डेविएट फ्रॉम इट्स पाथ, बट इट्स स्पीड विल चेंज. ओनली स्पीड विल डिक्रीज. इट्स स्पीड विल डिक्रीज. क्यों इसकी स्पीड डिक्रीज होगी? ओके, क्लियर? बट इट विल नॉट डेविएट along its path, or okay, only its speed will decrease. और ये नॉर्मल के राउंड ट्रेवल कर रही है, मीन्स थ्रू 90 इंसिडेंट रे मीन्स एंगल बिटवीन एंगल I is equal to 0 होता है. एंगल I is equal to 0. एंगल बिटवीन इंसिडेंट रे एंड नॉर्मल इट बिकम्स 0. इट मीन्स व्हाट? द लाइट रे ट्रेवल्स along the normal. So after reflection at the reflecting surface, after reflections it will go straight forward. It will not deviate from its path. Only its speed will decrease. So again, angle of reflection is equal to 0 degree. The angle of incident है तो means it is also you can say that this is incident medium, and this is refracting medium. Okay, students, clear? See, we'll discuss about the refraction of through a glass. But before that, we will discuss about the laws of refraction. There are two laws of refractions. First is same as reflections. Is that was same as reflection. जैसे हमने reflection पढ़ा था. What? Incident ray, normal and reflected ray are all lying the same. Same as here. Incident ray. First law is same. Incident ray, normal and reflected ray. All are lying in the same plane. Okay, means see, when the light ray passes from one medium to another medium, this is related to denser. This is the reflecting surface or interface. Normal, air glass or water. Incident ray, angle of incident after reflections bends towards normal. Reflected ray, angle of reflection. Okay, this is normal incident ray. Clear? So what happened here? This incident ray, normal and refracted ray, all three is lie in the same plane. Same plane. Okay? Here. So first law is same as the laws of first law of reflection. Second law is what? Second law is called basically Snell's law. Snell's law. What is this Snell's law? According to this law, the ratio of the sine angle of incident medium to the sine angle of refracting medium. The ratio of the sine angle of incident medium to the sine angle of refractive medium is always constant. Is always constant. Okay? Always constant. Here, what is the second law of reflection? The ratio of sine angle of incident medium, sine angle of incident medium, the ratio of the sine angle of incident angle, you can say that of incident medium to the sine angle of refractive medium. Okay, here, second medium is always constant. Here, and this constant we can say that a Greek letter mu. What? Mu. This we can represent a Greek letter mu. Okay? इसको इस तरह represent करेंगे. Here, and also this mu is called refractive index. Refractive index. Okay, friends? This mu is called refractive index. Okay. So this refractive index we can define also. Here see, speed of light is greater than always speed of light in refractive medium. In second medium, means in denser medium. Speed of light in air is always greater than speed of light in given denser medium. You know that, na? Because here when the light ray enter in the denser medium, its speed will be decrease. So speed of light in air or in vacuum is always greater to speed of light in given medium. So we can define this constant refractive index as the ratio of speed of light in one medium, means vacuum or air, to the speed of light in given denser medium. Or in some books it is given speed of light means c in vacuum or air upon in given medium v. One? Yes, this is called refractive index, means the ratio of speed of light in given incident medium to the speed of light in given refractive medium. It is called refractive index. Okay, students, it's called refractive index. Clear? So this is the second law of reflections. What? The sine angle of incident medium, the ratio of sine angle of incident medium to the sine angle of refractive medium is always constant for any reflections. This ratio is always constant. Suppose that here we take air and water. So the ray came from the rarer medium and entered to the denser medium, again bends towards the normal. Suppose this is R1, this is I, and this is R2. This is R2 and this is again I, and this is like. So again this ratio here sin I upon sin R2 is equal to sin I upon sin R1 is equal to constant. Clear? Means for any type of reflection takes place, air to glass, air to water, air to iron. This ratio, this sine angle ratio means the ratio of sine angle of incident medium to the refractive medium is always constant. Is always constant. Clear, students? So this is the refractive index. Clear? The ratio of the speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in given medium. That is called refractive index and is also called constant. Clear? This is the laws of reflections. Clear? In next class we will discuss about some application of laws of reflections and numerical problems based on refractive index and how reflections takes place through the glass slab. Okay, students, clear? So go through this topic, okay, by book, okay, and read carefully, sincerely from the book. And any doubt you can just ask in next class. Okay, students, thank you. Have a nice day.
There are two laws of refraction. Among them, the first one is same as the second law of reflection. Consider light traveling from some medium 1 to another medium 2, which is optically denser than medium 1. So its speed in medium 2 decreases and it bends towards the normal. The first law of refraction says that the incident ray, refracted ray and the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. It means that if I were to draw this on a piece of paper, they all will be on the plane of paper and not out of the paper. What about the second law? The second law is also called Snell's law of refraction. Snell's law gives us the relation between the incident and refraction angles and the refractive indices of the mediums. What is the refractive index of a medium? It is the extent to which the refractive medium increases or decreases the speed of light. Mathematically, it is the ratio of the speed of light in the incident medium to the speed of light in the refractive medium. It's denoted by n and the two numbers in the base are the two mediums. We read this as refractive index of medium 2 with respect to the incident medium 1. Also, V1 and V2 are speeds of light in medium 1 and 2 respectively. We can also define it as the extent to which light changes its direction in the refractive medium. Okay, let's discuss the Snell's law of refraction now. In simple words, it tells us that the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction is equal to the refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. Now look at the term on the right. It is constant for light of a given color and for the given pair of media. This is the basic idea of Snell's law, and there are different ways in which we can understand it. In the previous video, we'd seen what n21 means. It is equal to the ratio of speed of light in the incident medium to the speed of light in the refractive medium. So we can also say that sine I over sine R is V1 over V2. There's yet another way to understand this. We may want to understand the ratio in terms of the absolute refractive indices of the medium. Absolute refractive index, if you remember, is the refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum. For instance, if the refractive medium is water, then it's written like this. So can we find this ratio in terms of N1 and N2? Yes, we can. We just use some very basic math. We can write this ratio like this, where C is the speed of light in vacuum. Yes, if you simplify this ratio, we will get V1 over V2. And can you guess what the numerator and the denominator are equal to? That's right. This is nothing but the absolute refractive index of medium 2, and this is the absolute refractive index of medium 1. That was another way of understanding the Snell's law. We can also say that sine I over sine R is N2 over N1, where N2 and N1 are the absolute refractive indices of media 2 and 1 respectively. Hope you understood this well. Let's move on to a new page. So these were the two laws of refraction of light. In the next lesson, we will solve a simple example based on Snell's law. The Snell's law tells us that this ratio is constant and is equal to the refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. And it is also equal to the ratio of speed of light in medium 1 to the speed of light in medium 2. and that is the same as the ratio of the absolute refractive index of medium 2 to the absolute refractive index of medium 1. Let's try to solve a simple example based on this. Here is the question on your screen. Go through it carefully. We are given the refractive index of glass with respect to air as 1.50. Here, air is the incident medium and glass is the refractive medium. Let us take medium 1 as air and medium 2 as glass. So N21 is equal to 1.50. But what is N21 equal to? Yes, it's equal to speed of light in medium 1 over the speed of light in medium 2. Here V1 is speed of light in air and V2 is the speed of light in glass. But we aren't given any of the two values. We want to find out the speed of light in glass. And for that, we need the speed of light in air. We can write V2 as V1 over 1.5. The value of speed of light in air is very close to the value of speed of light in vacuum. Hence, we can substitute this value in place of speed of light in air. After doing a bit of math, we will get the speed of light in glass as 2 times 10 to the power 8 meters per second. Don't forget the units. We see that the speed of light in glass is lesser.